Oh my goodness, she's the first one to get up in the morning and start working. She will wake her sisters up and say, let's go, let's get down to the gym, and she does put in the work.
She knows what she needs to do.
One of the things that I've learned about myself is I could do a lot more than I think I can. My name is Tatiana Harness. I am 14 years old and I'm a basketball player, and this is No Days Off. My favorite part of practice is definitely when we get to compete against each other and play when we scrimmage. Liv and I are very competitive. In one-on-one, if one of us beats each other, the other one will want a rematch. First of all, she never wins. I always win. Later, she'll probably tell you that she wins, but she does not. When it comes down to training, I think the part that I love most is more at the end, because we'll do like some competition stuff against each other, like a shooting drill, dribbling drill, anything where you get to compete against each other. My relationship with my sisters is very close. They can get a little annoying at times. We are definitely very competitive in everything that we do. I definitely love hanging out with them, being able to play with them, and then with my younger sister, Olivia, being able to play basketball and us being on the same journey as well. I just like being able to inspire her.
Good lassos.
My trainer is Joshua Villarreal. He trains with some NBA players as well. I think he trains like 30 of them, so he's very talented. And then when I'm not training with Joshua, I train with my dad as well.
Good job. Remember, as you start to go up into your shot, make sure that's the point of emphasis, that point of contact that you really want to lower into me, because obviously that's the point of no return where I'm going to be, all my momentum is going to be coming into you, right? So that last ditch effort is to really go in, right? So really lower that left shoulder. Go. Better. Good job.
My training schedule is very hectic every day. There's a lot of hours put in. Usually in the mornings, I'll wake up, go get some shots up in the gym, get warmed up for the day, and then I'll usually get a strength workout in, because that's one thing I need to do as a basketball player is get stronger.
Lots of leg work with her, resistance bands.
For cross-training drills, I do speed and agility, so I'll head out to the sand a lot and get in some ladder work. I'll have a little bit of a break in between, then I'll head to my weights for my other basketball team. A few things specifically that I'm working on in my training is getting faster with my feet so I can guard the faster players on defense. And then also just getting stronger in general so I can have a quick burst when I explode out from my crossovers. Right after that, I'll go to my 2-hour practice. And then I also play on another team in which I'll head into another hour and a half practice. What gets me through the day would probably be my sisters, because I know that they're looking up to me and they like to follow what I do. So I know if I don't get up in the mornings or if I stay lazy that they'll want to do that as well. So I think just being a role model for my younger sisters. It's definitely hard to balance schoolwork and training, especially when it's like finals or when there's important tests. I definitely have to balance my time very well. I would like to study journalism. That's definitely something I would want to do in my career. Outside of sports, I really like to paint. I have started like painting shoes lately. I definitely learned throughout it. I also like to cook just healthier food, because I know eating is definitely important. I make sweet potato fries, so I'll get sweet potatoes from scratch, cut them up and peel them.
She makes the best sweet potato fries. They're really good, just saying.
I'm gonna get into the
Yeah.
Okay. And then also just hanging and spending time with my family, because with the crazy and hectic schedule that we have, there's very little time for that.
Best part of my day is the broccoli.
Thank you. My proudest moment, there's definitely a lot of those. When we won the championship and I got MVP at a tournament, I believe it was 2 or 3 months ago. It's from the sign back there. But I had played really well in that tournament. We had lost to that team twice before. My coach/dad was really proud of me as well, so that was definitely one of my proudest moments. My earliest basketball memory is I was in 3rd grade and I wanted to try rec basketball. I had played many sports before that. I did baseball, I tried a little bit of soccer and softball, and then I also did gymnastics before that. I hadn't tried basketball yet. So once I figured out that I had made a team after that season was over, I wasn't that good. I wanted to get better, and that led me to where I am today. What I love about basketball is the competitiveness and all the fun and new people I get to meet.
So 90% of our life is basketball related.
Basketball is definitely a very big part of our family.
For the girls, Tatiana was 9, so then Olivia was 5. And so Tati was the first one to get started in basketball.
She first picked up a basketball at an outside park, and I think was about 2 years old. Wanted to just dribble around, see what it was like, and so of course her dad was passing the ball back and forth to her.
Bounce passes.
Bounce passes. And it came up, hit her in the face. She started crying and said, "I will never play basketball again." That was our first introduction to basketball with Tati.
By the time she was playing in her 5th grade season, it was evident at that point that she's a fast learner and she had developed quite a bit in her basketball game. And that's when I knew that we had to go from essentially a rec level with Tatiana up to a club level. At the age in which she's playing against, a lot of the girls are 4 to 6 years older than her. And so she's got to get as strong as possible. But while getting stronger too, you know, there's a process and you can't skip steps.
We all support each other in a very high way. My parents are very supportive of Olivia and I's basketball journey. Obviously, they handled their schedule around us, which is pretty crazy. But the time in which that we all get to spend together outside of basketball, we definitely value it. I play on 2 different teams. One of them is a prep basketball team. So prep is basically high schoolers. I am currently an 8th grader, so I play up. For prep, it's the highest level of high school basketball you can play. And then my other team that I play on is my grade, so 8th grade team, and that's where I played against my age, and I go out there and dominate. An athlete I look up to would be Devin Booker. I really like the way he plays his game. He's able to create his space really well. I just think that he's such a great shooter, and that's the type of way I want to play my game. On the women's college basketball side, a player that I admire is Vanessa DeJesus. She's the point guard for Duke. Her game is like Devin Booker's as well. I really look up to her. An NBA team I'm loyal to would definitely be the Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan is because my great-grandma was like a diehard Lakers fan, and I was really close with her. She was my best friend before she passed. She got to give me all her Lakers stuff, which is why that's most of the stuff in the back. The powerful feeling that I get when I feel the game, because that's when I get that type of feeling, is a moment of like happiness because I know of what I've like sacrificed to be able to play well in that game and just being prepared. I think it's definitely a moment of like happiness, excitement, being able to see all my teammates around me happy as well. My biggest goals as a basketball player is to get a D1 scholarship in basketball.
In the class of 26, we would want Tatiana to be considered one of the top 100 players in the country. We feel like that's an achievable goal. And then longer term, we definitely, with all the time and efforts and all the sacrifice and commitments that have been put in, we would love to see her be able to play somewhere collegiately